Okay, beautiful people, YouTube and all you guys, happy 2022. Okay, in this video, this is a vlog. So I'm pretty much just telling you, not showing you, but telling you how to take your braids out, how to detangle your hair after you take your braids out. Okay, this can be very tricky, and so that's why I am vlogging about this. It can be very tricky, very detrimental. The reason being, if you come out of braids and your hair is natural and you take your braids out, you've had them in a month, month and a half, 2 months, you have literally, your hair has not been combed through or detangled the entire time that you have had the braids in. Now, when you're getting your braids done, your braider or your hairstylist or myself, we're always using edge control because natural hair tends to be, it can be a little bit on the puffier side, a little puffy, and that's why we use the edge control. That's why when you come in shampooed already, we ask you to blow dry it as straight as possible. That's why whenever you come in and you're not already shampooed and we shampoo your hair, we blow dry it as straight as possible. Because at the end of the day, we want your natural hair to blend in smoothly with the braiding hair. We don't want there to be a line of demarcation. Speaking for myself, when I do braids, I don't want there to be a line of demarcation. Natural hair is chemical-free hair, and the texture of the hair is going to depend on the client. All clients' hair textures is different. Some clients' hair is really soft, some is really fine, some is really thick, some is a lot of density, some is really coarse. It just depends on the client. Everybody's hair texture and hair is different. We all know that. So, whenever I'm doing braids, I'm using some type of edge control. Some type of edge control. Especially now with the knotless braids, there's not too many clients now that book for the traditional box braids. Everyone wants knotless. Everyone. And they should, and I see why the knotless box braids are all the rage right now. I see why they are trending because, to be honest, they are healthier. It's a healthier technique for your hair. Why? Why is because there's no pulling on your hair. There's no tugging on your hair. You don't leave with bumps, on your hair from your hair being braided so tightly. It's just a healthier alternative. A healthier alternative. Yeah, I know the knotless box braids are pricier than the traditional box braids, but trust me, it's worth it. It is worth it. And the look, the outcome of them is beautiful. I think they're beautiful. I really do. I think it's way healthier for the hair. Kids, even kids can sit and get them done. Now, I do service kid clients, but they must be ages 10 and up. I service kid clients ages 10 and up. If someone calls me about a kid client and the child is younger than 10, I usually refer them to another stylist. But I help them as much as I can to find a hairstylist if I can. So the knotless box braids all the rage. They are healthy for the hair. The outcome is beautiful. The look is beautiful. It's just beautiful in my opinion. But back to the takedown. If you're gonna take your own braids down, that's all well and good. But when you take them out, you're gonna be so excited about being able to shampoo your hair. Your scalp is probably gonna be itching. You're ready to get that gel out, that edge control. You're ready to get it out. You're just ready to shampoo your hair. You're excited. You're not a hairstylist 9 times out of 10. So you're just ready to go to the bowl and go to your sink or your shower or wherever you may shampoo your hair at home. And you're just ready to shampoo your hair. Your scalp is itching, etc., etc. Okay, that's all well and good, but don't forget this one step. Now, the entire time that you've had your braids in, which is most people wear them 2 months. Some people wear them longer than 2 months. Some people wear them a month and a half, but most people wear them 2 months or more. You have to realize that the entire time you have had the braids in your hair has not been combed out at all, and your hair is natural. So when hair is natural and it's not been combed out, it tends to be more tangly. It'll want to lock up. As a matter of fact, that's how you start locks, is by twisting natural hair and just not combing it at all, not shampooing it at all, not doing anything to it at all. So you have to bear that in mind, because when you take your braids out that's been in a month and a half, 2 months, 2.5 months, however long you leave your braids in, whether it's traditional box braids or knotless box braids. I would say traditional clients probably wear those longer because the puffiness at the scalp doesn't show as easily as it do with the knotless box braids. Definitely when you take them out, you must, and again I stress, you must detangle your hair. Again, I want to say that again. You must detangle your hair. You cannot ever take the braids out and go straight to your sink or your shower and shampoo your hair right after you took the braids out and without detangling your hair. You cannot. If you do that, if you take your braids out and you do not detangle your hair and you go straight to your sink or straight to the shower and you shampoo your hair is going to lock up like dreadlocks. It's going to lock up. It's going to mat up. It's going to tangle up. And then you are going to try to detangle it after the fact, after you have shampooed it, after you have gotten it tangled up. And you're going to try to detangle it afterwards. That's not going to work. That's going to be a mess because your hair is going to be matted up. Matted up. Matted up. It's going to be as hard as a rock. It's going to be kind of like it's locked up. Now, that will not have anything to do with your hairstylist. That will be something that you have caused on your own because you chose to take the braids out at home. You didn't detangle the hair. You didn't check with the stylist to see if there were any tips or pointers on how to do it. I would make a video of it, but my clients, when I do braids on clients, they come in already with their braids out. A lot of my clients, even though I offer either option, and the reason I do that because I know that some clients want to save money by coming in already shampooed and blow dried. And that's their prerogative if they want to come in that way. If they want to save money, that's fine with me. Some clients prefer that I do their shampoo, and that's fine. It doesn't matter to me. Either way, it's the client's prerogative, and that's why I give two options. I don't make my clients come in already shampooed. If they come in already shampooed, that's because they have chosen to do so. I offer both options. Now, some places may not offer both options. Some places may make you come in already shampooed and blow dried. I don't do that because I know when I shampoo my own hair, I know that it feels so great. So some people just want a professional shampoo. And I know with natural hair, it tends to be kind of itchy. The scalp itches a lot. So I get it. So I offer both options. You can come in already shampooed and blow dried, or you can come in already detangled, and I shampoo and blow dry you. Now, if you are not detangled and I have to detangle your hair, there's an additional fee for that. Because that takes, detangling natural hair a lot of times can take 30 minutes, sometimes more. Again, depending on the texture and the density of the hair. So, if you took your braids out yourself and you did not detangle your hair before wetting your hair, and by wetting, I mean shampooing your hair is going to mat up and lock up. So, you must detangle it yourself. Now, I have had a couple of clients who have been long-time clients of mine and who know that I always detangle their hair. When they take any kind of, whether it's a sew-in, braids, anytime you're doing natural hair, you always want to detangle that hair before you shampoo the hair. Even if it seems like it doesn't need detangling, you still do it. Or I still do it. Because I don't want to take the client to the bowl, shampoo their hair, and then get them in the chair and the hair is all matted up. Don't want to do that. So I make sure that any natural hair client that I service and they come in for a shampoo, I am always going to detangle that hair. No matter what's the texture, the density, or whatever. The length, it doesn't matter. I'm going to do that. Because I don't want to be fighting with the hair when I get them in the chair after the shampoo. So I always take that additional time to just do like a quick detangle. Like I said, the client is to come in already detangled. But I still do like a quick check, which will take about 2-3 minutes just to make sure that everything's combed out thoroughly before I shampoo the hair. Because natural hair, it will lock up and mat up on you if you do not detangle it before you shampoo the hair. Again, if you do not detangle it before you shampoo it. Like once you shampoo it and you didn't detangle it and you try to detangle it afterwards. I had 2 clients to do that on their own hair. They did not try to blame me because how was it my fault when they did it themselves? Sometimes some of the stuff that us hairstylists get blamed for, it amazes me. And I've been in the industry since 1981, a long time. So we're in a time now where sometimes people just don't want to be accountable or they don't want to admit that something happened because of something that they did. not the stylist did. So that's why I'm telling you on here, make sure you detangle the hair first, because if you wet that hair and shampoo it, it's going to lock up. That's what natural hair does. So you have to detangle it, whether you're taking out, braids or twists or anything where your hair hasn't been combed through in a while, because that's how you start locks, is by twisting the hair and not combing it, not doing anything to it, and then it'll lock up. Your hair is going to start locking, like literally, when you're wearing braids or any kind of style where your hair has not been combed through. When you take the braids, twist, or whatever you're wearing out, weave out, whatever, detangle the hair first, not last. Detangle it before you shampoo it, not after you shampoo it. And if you don't, and if you match your own hair up and you tangle your hair up and your hair locks up because you haven't followed these instructions, please don't call your stylist and blame he or she. Don't call the stylist and tell them it's their fault because you took your own braids or weave out or twist out and your hair got matted up because you didn't detangle it before you shampooed it. Don't do that. So that's why I'm giving instructions now. So it's really simple to detangle it. All you do is get you a bottle of water or a spray bottle, and you put some water in it and put a little conditioner in it. You can put a little oil in it if you want to. Anything that's going to cause slippage. Anything that's going to cause slippage. All slippage is that's your hair's ability to just kind of slide, so when you're trying to detangle it, it just, the hair is kind of coiled around each other. You just spray that on all over your head. As soon as you take your braids, your sew-in, your weave, your knotless, your traditional box braids, your twists, even if you don't have hair added, but you have twists in your hair, 2-strand twists, take those loose and you just go ahead and spray that concoction on. Again, all it is a spray bottle. You put water in it and you put a lot of conditioner in there, maybe like 2 tablespoons full of conditioner. And you can put a few drops of oil, any kind of oil in there, hair oil or liquid hair oil. You can put a little castor oil. You can put a little olive oil, anything, any kind of oil that's going to cause a little slippage. And with the oil, you put like a tablespoonful of that in there. You shake it up really good. Shake it really good and spray it all over your hair. This is after you have taken everything out. All your braids out, your sew-in out, all the tracks out. Spray it very thoroughly with this little cheap concoction that you've made at home. Spray your hair very well, very well. Take a wide tooth comb. Start at the ends of your hair and work your way up to the roots. Now, the roots are going to be the worst because you probably had new growth due to wearing whatever you had in. Whatever you just took out, you had some new growth. So your roots are going to be a little bit more tangly than the ends. So you want to make sure you spray the roots very thoroughly. And you can do it in sections. Sections tend to make you have more, it's greater ease. It's easier, greater ease when you work in sections because you don't have all that hair just loose all in the way. So just work in 4 sections and start with the comb at the roots. At the ends of the hair, and then work your way to the roots. Spray the roots very thoroughly. Spray the whole head, But definitely spray more on the roots, because the roots is where your hair has been braided up, and where you're going to have most of the new growth. So the braids are going to affect the roots more, because you're going to have, your hair has been growing during the time that you had the braids, and it's going to be more noticeable at the roots. So with the comb, after you sprayed the product in, you've made your own detangling product. After you spray it in, get the roots really well of the section that you're working on. But spray your whole head first and then work in sections. But saturate the roots even more. Then you take your wide tooth comb and you start at the ends of your hair and work your way up to the roots. Once you have everything detangled very thoroughly, you spray your whole head again, the entire head, and you take the wide tooth comb and you comb through and you comb through and you comb through and you comb through. You want to make sure that everything is detangled very thoroughly. And so usually in this situation, when I've taken something out, whether it be a client's braids, sewing, or whatever, once I've done all what I just told you to do, then I take them to the shampoo bowl. And before I wet it, I put more conditioner in the hair. I just take straight conditioner and I put it in their hair. And while their head is laying back in the bowl, I comb it through again with the wide tooth comb, just double checking myself that I didn't miss anything. Then I wet the hair very thoroughly. And then instead of doing the first shampoo with a shampoo, I do a co-wash first. A co-wash is just basically conditioner. So it's like you're just shampooing the hair with a conditioner. No shampoo, just a conditioner. I shampoo it the first time with a conditioner. That's going to add more slippage to the hair, and that's going to pretty much guarantee that all the knots are out. So that's what I do. I don't know what other stylists do. I'm telling you what I do. And it works for me. So I'm giving y'all little tidbits because this is stuff that I do and I've been doing for years, and it works. It works for me. So if you follow these instructions, it'll work for you too. And then I do 3 shampoos with shampoo. And usually I use a sulfate-free shampoo. I use a itchy scalp shampoo, usually with tea tree oil or peppermint oil. You know, it's already made up. It's nothing I mixed up myself. I use particular brands that have peppermint oil in it. Some of them have tea tree oil. And you can find your favorite shampoos or that you use. And that's it. But if you take your own braids out and you do not follow these steps, you're going to end up with locked up hair that's matted up, that you have done yourself and that you have caused yourself. So you do not want to call your braider or your hairstylist and go off on them because you tangled up your hair, because you didn't detangle it. You do not want to do that, because if you do that, your braider or hairstylist is not going to want to take you as a client any longer, because you just called them or went off on them about something that they didn't do or they didn't cause, when he or she probably would have gladly given you this information. Some stylists or braiders may not have, but I don't mind helping my clients and educating my clients at all And my clients know that when they're sitting in my chair, I'm giving them as much education as I possibly can. I'm giving them as much education as I possibly can. So it's a simple step, but if you skip this step, then your hair is going to be matted up. Now, my 2 clients that did that to themselves, they end up, both of them, having to get their hair cut off to a pixie style, really. Because, again, the hair can mat up and lock up and be hard as a rock. And I got on both of them because I was like, you guys been coming to me forever, and you have never sat in my chair, and I put a towel on you and a cape on you and took you straight to the bowl without combing through your hair first. I said, when have you ever seen me do that? And so they both was like, yeah, you right. You right. And it was kind of frustrating to me because I've been doing their hair for years. But the thing of it is, a lot of times when clients are sitting in a hairstylist or a braider's chair, they're not really paying attention to what you're doing. They're probably watching TV or listening to music, or they could be on their phone, or people are texting or playing games on their phone. Some people are bringing their work laptop and working. Like, people are doing a lot. It's rare that I see people sitting in a chair and just doing nothing, just relaxing. Like, that's rare. So a lot of times when clients are in your chair, they're not paying attention to what you're doing. They just sitting there. Next thing they know, they at the bowl getting a shampoo. So they just chilling. They not really paying attention to what you're doing. So definitely, my clients know that I educate them. Now, if it's a first-time client and they come to me and they detangle their own hair and they call me and I've only had this happen to me one time, and I've been doing hair since 1981, where somebody has literally blamed me because they took out their braids and they got their own hair tangled up. And that's natural hair. I mean, that's how you lock people's hair up. When people want locks started, that's how you start locks. You twist it, 2-strand twist it, or you can interlock, because I do sister locks as well. Or you can do interlocking on it. But I'm speaking of just the 2-strand twist method. Anything like sew-in, box braids, feed-in braids, any kind of braids, when you take them out or sew-in out, you cannot just shampoo your hair and not detangle it thoroughly. And if you have matted up and tangled up your hair, then that lets me know that you did not do this step. So this is why I am vlogging right now and making this information available to you, so that whether you're my client or not, you could be, I'm in Atlanta, I'm in the northern suburbs of Atlanta. You could be in South Carolina somewhere, or Tennessee, or New York, or California. You could be somewhere else and listening to this vlog and learning from this. And this may be something you already know, or it may not be anything that you know. So if you could please, like and subscribe to my channel. Anything that I think of that'll help women with their hair, believe me, I'm going to put it out there. I've been working on my YouTube channel, Sugar Salon TV. And it helps me when you like what you hear. If you can like it and subscribe, that helps my channel. And that shows me that women like yourself want more information like what I'm putting out here. So, I've put several videos out here. And I'm going to be putting more. I'm striving, 2022 is for me to come up on my YouTube channel I know I have some knotless box braids on there. I haven't shown any videos from beginning to end, like tutorial type videos. So I'm going to start doing that. So stay tuned for that. I just have a lot going on with my business, getting ready to move in a bigger suite. So just closed one of my suites because I had two. Now I have one and about to move into a bigger one. So bear with me. You'll be seeing more videos and more self-help stuff like this. But definitely, I hope this helped. Again, please let me know that you like this information and you want more information like this by liking this video. If you like it, that helps me greatly, and it shows me that you want more information like this out here. Again, I'm a licensed hairstylist in the northern suburbs of Atlanta, Georgia, doing hair since 1981. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Like it, and please subscribe. Be blessed and make sure you stay safe. Thank you.